or at least we have 8 people in there, so you guys are not missing any action so far. We actually have 4 for each team, so we're looking for XP3, who has just joined, and on the other side...
Look at that. We have an admin in the server to police the server from restarting.
Oh.
My God.
Oh, yeah.
And it's the big cheese himself. It's the Sivo Spangler.
Oh, no. Someone's getting banned.
Someone's getting banned.
Alright, I'm in the server, so we are here watching the pregame warm-up. One match that I wanted to see was DTI versus Male.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been another good one.
They're still going on though, so I'm interested to see who's gonna come out with the win there.
Yeah. And then whoever wins that one will face off against Shockwave, who has a few old school CS:GO invite players as well, notably Hades and Juvenile. I mean, you're moving into the top 8, in my opinion. The lower side of the bracket seems a little bit easier. Now you're looking at the upper side, which is United 5 if they make it against Armata in this very close game, against Crucial Connection, Mousepass versus Zuminasa, which should be a close game, and then winner of that against Dynamo Gaming, which should be a great game. But nonetheless, looks like we're going to go for a knife round. Are you guys broadcasting the knife rounds?
Yeah, we do.
We're in it.
Good entertainment.
We love casting the knife rounds. We get
also
really
love
into it.
parroting Dust by asking if there are knife round strats.
Knife rounds I've figured out are actually fun to watch in free look mode.
Oh yeah,
They're awesome.
and you if you go right above them, it kind of looks like a bunch of ants. Like
That was just like a I don't know, just 2 groups of mobsters just beating on each other right there. They weren't trying to be eloquent about it at all. They just met in the street and just went at it with their fists.
This is
Or
the
like
danger of having 3 casters. This becomes more like a funny radio talk show instead of casting. And you guys hear what we're talking about when we are not on camera. We talk about the most random things. All right, deep breaths, gentlemen. Here we go.
I was gonna make an Anchorman reference there with that after, but yeah, let's go with the first one.
Monica Cornerstone and I are in love. All right, you guys are watching Sivo TV. Oh my God. Sivo TV, Map 3, CompLexity 10th Anniversary Tournament. I am Cotton, my partner is Flops, our special guest. With me is Vansili. That bell will not cease ringing, and the first kill of the round already registered. Doom has brought down 1. Chosen has brought down Warden. That's already 2 thus far. 2 CTs down and a 5-man take for the T's. Looks pretty good thus far. No kills for anyone, including a jumping fraud. Moses finally delivers the first one. 2 left for the CTs, Storm and Moses, who have been very strong recently, but I don't really envision them taking on the 2 versus 4 retake. They don't have anything to lose, so they're certainly going to try, but it's going to get messy pretty soon. Moses turns the corner, steps into construction. Chosen hiding behind the pillar will shoot him in the back, and there's going to be one more. That's Storm waiting for him. This round all but over. There it is. T-round success. Armata chalks up 1.
If there's anything that I could add there on that strat that I find interesting is, you know, when you said that bell doesn't stop ringing, is I usually see that happen when you're going to have the terrorist team run out towards alternate middle, because the guys that are going to be playing with the crossfire at mid will not hear the footsteps from the bell being shot by Romulus in that last round. Although I don't know if I think you're still able to hear footsteps at B though. That being said, it still comes to a 4-man push inside B versus 2 P2Ks. So I think that's why the terrorist team were able to take that round. But I think that bell nullifies the strat if they're not working towards if they're not working towards A.
Very interesting. I didn't know that. That's some crazy meta, if that is the case. Fugly, nice shot there onto Moses, and that's a good start. They got the first round, and like Vansili said, you know, U5 really does favor Inferno, so Armata is doing a great job starting it off strong so far. It is the first half, though. And they are doing quite a good job here on their pistol round and their secondary SMG round. Warden taking a lot of damage there over at B, and it looks like the strat is actually going to be favoring towards A. We see King, Chosen, and Fugly all heading up towards mid, and the Ghost Chicken walking around as well. Number 4-man Storm is on the I can't even say it, the balcony right here. He almost had the kill onto Fugly, but got taken down at the last second, and now it's going to be a 3-man retake for U5. And with pistols, I don't think this is going to be likely. I mean, Fugly can go down. Doom goes down. That's a good shot right there by Fraud. And then Fraud's trying to continue the string going here, but he's getting lit up, and that's going to leave Warden on the clutch with only 24 health, and I believe he's just going to stay here and hope for an exit kill.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's just, like you said, the exit kill, trying to get guns, maybe hopefully get the Galil out of the other 3 guns, or even just a UMP if he's able to get a frag onto Fugly. But the smart thing for the terrorist team is that they're all sticking together, so if anything, the trade happens, and Warden will not be able to save anything out of that. Even Romulus doesn't even need any help by dispatching with the MP7. So that's going to be a 2-0 score. And interesting thing, though, is that they're going to have enough money to go with FAMAS's. And there you go. They are actually going to buy with full armor and FAMAS's. Like I said, these guys are very comfortable, speaking about United 5, playing a map like Inferno. There's a 100% chance that you're going to see Storm. Or, I mean, okay, well, he's looking towards B now, but usually he plays hallway. But I guess because they're changing things a bit, they're going to play aggressively towards this B side, and I think they're going to flash over and play aggressively, and maybe smoke and spam through this B hallway, and maybe try to get a few pickoffs there. So far, we got some counter nades being thrown though by this terrorist team. As you see, nobody pushing up. They actually already have XP3 at the bottom of the vlogs, while they had Storm trying to sell his position away to give that chance for XP3 to make his way towards logs. So a slow game going on so far for this terrorist team. They're trying to figure out who from the counter-terrorist team are going to make the stakes first. At least the reason why they're doing this is because they heard those FAMAS shots, and they don't want to get picked off themselves. But the smart thing on their side is that they dropped their MP7s to be able to buy AK-47s. Only Doom keep getting the Bison, who has a lot of bullets, but is so weak in my opinion here. But nonetheless, let's see what's going to happen. XP3 just saw a grenade being lobbed here from the middle onto Banana, but it's actually going to be chosen. That might be opening things up here for the team. They're flashing and smoking for the cross here at A, and here comes Warden inside the pit. The trade comes in. XP3 gets another one. Moses in onto Romulus. So a good advantage here as we finally trying to tie things up here towards this A site. We've got a 3-on-2 situation. Fugly and Foking both pinned inside this pit, as they're going to try to make their way out here. After that flash, Fugly, though, cannot see anybody through that smoke towards Boiler, so they're going to be pinned until this smoke clears. It looks like it. And you know what? United 5 playing it smart to just hold angles. XP3 inside the hallway, shooting Fugly in his back. Foking does see the guy inside the site. He knows one guy is at least inside the hallway, so he's going to go back and forth. Has 17 seconds left on the clock to try to work with, which is still has enough time here if he can make it out. Now he sees Moses, so he knows where the last 2 guys are. With 10 seconds left on the clock, he's going to try to just go for a spray, but Moses is going to pick him off there with the FAMAS, and the round's going to come in for this counter-terrorist team of United 5. But one thing here is that they lost 2 guns, right? They lost 3 guns, right, for United 5, and the terrorist team are in a position where they could actually buy AKs again. So United 5 desperately needs to win this round again. If not, they might be forced into double save here, Brandon.
That's absolutely true. But they also have begun to sort of flex a little bit, stretch out their creative muscles because of the fact that this is the map they're most comfortable with. They won that one in style, and they knew if Armata had ever seen U5 play before, and you can bet that they had, that you know that they were going to be running into a gun round there. They still ran into that wall. They still came out with that win. U5 is supremely confident in their ability to deliver on this round. Now, this T setup is very condensed, stuck mostly at the T stairs, some at the alternate side by the hay bales, by the jump window. They're just waiting to see who will be pushing them now. They've taken significant damage. They've managed to pick off XP3. This is the start that they're looking for. And now that they know that they're facing a rebought counter-terrorist team without full nades, they can take their time. They have it I guess, somewhat of an advantageous situation until that happened. Until Moses brings down Chosen, who was the far flank man, who timed his flank just a little bit poorly, allowing Moses to take him out before the teammates of the counter-terrorists of U5 began to rotate. Here comes the rest of the action. Fugly is the only one left. We go to him right now, steps out and blows away Moses. That's one way to do it. He's got 1-on-2 left versus Fraud and Warden. At one point, Fugly was absolutely dominating. At this point, he is completely crossfired between Warden and Fraud, who have now just begun to separate. He's got very little chance to pull this off. But if he does have a chance, he needs to hit them when they're separated and not working together. Here comes that chance. Fugly finds Fraud, trades him out. Nice four burst, brings down Fraud with a headshot. Warden is behind the fountain. He sees him and clutches. That's two deadly headshots. What a great round for Armata.
I was a little concerned there. You know, you're talking about the confidence of U5 right there, and we saw it with XP3 doing a push there on Banana, and even with the double save looming over him, he still had the confidence to do it, which he got punished for. But then they just had a stellar defense there over at B, but Fugly managed to just weasel his way into the construction and work the clutch there. So, I mean, that round was entirely on him right there, and he pulled through. So, great job by him. And, you know, they're going to be rewarded, like you said, with most likely a double save from the counter-terrorist, and that's going to put them ahead quite a bit here if they could pick up these rounds. So looking at the split, we see 3 over in mid, 2 in the Banana, and we see Warden and XP3 are still defending B here, and Warden is behind this car, behind that wood position. I don't know if the terrorists saw him. Romulus takes out XP3 and jumps over the car, picks up Warden as well. So B site completely open for him right now, but they don't have the bomb with them, and they're just going to most likely rotate and taking it over to mid, I would guess, as they do get the kill onto Moses over there. So that leaves, it's a two-man defense here. Fraud and Storm looking for the take at B, but they're not seeing anybody, so they realize, hey, it is rotated over towards A, and there they go, get met up with Doom. He gets the kill. Storm's the last one alive, and I could only assume he's just going to go for exit kills right here.
Indeed. So now 5-on-1 bomb has been planted. At this point, he's just at the CT spawn, and just like you called it here, Klops is just going to be on the top of the vines here and just hoping to get maybe 1 or 2 kills for sure. At that positioning, he won't be able to pick up a gun. He's probably going to die right after, but like you saw it, guys, they're going to lose this round, be forced in a double save situation unless they're going to go for another FAMAS gamble. But things are looking good, though, for Armata so far on this T side. Getting this ball playing, getting this win, making the score 4-1. Although Inferno is still a very close map, it could still be the type of game where you're going to see one guy or one team in the lead by like 6 or 7, and then suddenly everything just turns around and you only have a 2-point game in the end, at least on the half. It's a type of scenario that we've seen in the past, and we might be able to see this again because, man, these two teams are putting up a great match for us tonight.
You know, I see a lot of actual pretty wide splits. I've seen maps that start at 10-5 and end up 16-14 because of the previous CT-sidedness of this map.
That's right, and now they're actually going to go for a gamble again for United 5. They don't have nades. None of them have kits, so it all has to come down to an aggressive retake if the terrorist team are able to take over either of the sites and get a bomb plant down, or again to play this angle game. And they have played the angle game again because they actually went for a 3-man push at B again. XP3 going to hold towards this lock, but he's going to face off against 3 guys here. Gets the first one, the trade comes in. Now, this strat, they've done it before. When they had XP3 push up all the way towards the log, they actually rotated the last 2 guys over at A to have a 4-man stack at A, which is why they won that first point on the first half here for the counter-terrorist team. Now, that being said, they have this trade at Lumber. Now, after that trade, at least XP3 was able to get a kill. That forces, right now, the Armata team to still stay on their toes and not push so aggressively towards B, giving a chance for the guys to rotate back at this area to have a 2-2 setup. Now, at this point, they're rotating back again, and they're going to go for a mid to B split right now for this terrorist team. And you see Warden. He's going to hide it off. He's going to try to get the frag onto Doom, but to no avail. But a trade comes in from Fraud as he comes in from the archway. So he's going to fight against Doom as well at the well, gets that pick. Meanwhile, we're trying to hold inside this B site. Storm did what he could, and now we have a 2-on-1 situation. Fugly, the last man standing. He was able to clutch maybe a few times, or close to clutching a few times before, because he was actually 3 versus 1s. This time it's a 2 versus 1. He could still get it done. 20 seconds left on the clock. He hasn't planted the bomb yet. He does get it planted in the back of the fountain, but he half of his face was sticking up there as Fraud gets that frag all the way from CT spawn. So another good strat coming in here for United 5 with a gamble. But again, in a situation where they're going to have to desperately win this next round, or maybe not. If they lose it, they'll be able to buy the round after. So we might see the close game coming in earlier than we thought here, ladies and gentlemen.
That was a beautiful strat. To recap, you saw a take on Banana, a rotate back toward B, a distance smoke thrown from Banana to mid at A, causing the CTs, U5, to rotate back then a pop flash from the opposite wall of the exit of Banana into the bomb site, and a good take. Now, that didn't work for Armata, but there was a lot of thought going in there, and that is something that you may not pick up on if you were just reviewing a demo there. Had this not been explicated for you by Vansilli, that's something that was really, really technically sound. And what is technically sound is this violence right here. Foking left with 2 before I even begin talking about this round. If he gets tagged, if somebody drops a feather on him, he'll drop, and he gets shot down. 3-4. U5 has pulled within 1. They are good at Inferno. That's not a secret. But this will make it even more of a handicap play when you're working with about $2,000 in cash.
Yeah, definitely. And I just got a comment because Vansilli is noticing the robotic noises from Skype as well. I'm hearing it too from both of you. I don't know if maybe the call is lagging a bit, but hopefully it will go away. And if it gets worse, I guess we could just try reforming the call.
Well, if anything, I'm dancing while this happens, so it all comes down in place, so it's all good.
I see. Fraud with a good start there, right? Stopping 1. It is a save round for Armata, and look at that, the touchdown nade and Fraud doing work. Moses, another one, and that leaves Fugly as the last man alive. That's a quick round for U5, and they should be able to tie it up right here. I can't imagine Fugly's going to come in with a 1v5 clutch, even though he does get one right there. So he's looking, has the chance to maybe pick up 1. Caught reloading. Warden gets the kill, and that's going to tie it up 4-4.
That round for this terrorist team, at that point it was a safe round. All they wanted to try to do was maybe push up towards this middle and get a bomb plant down at least for more money to secure maybe a chance to buy 2 rounds in a row. At this point, they only had 1 kill. They're going to go for full guns in this round here. If you're looking at the scoreboard, or at least the overlay, you got Fugly that's doing very well here for this Armata team so far with 11 and 5. Just behind him, everybody's very low on frags. You got 3, 4, and 5 for Foking, Lalone, and company, respectively. And now it's going to be the same strategy going in for this United 5 team again in this gun round. 3 guys pushing down long. They're actually going to molly towards the other side here to try to see if anybody's going to be towards that steps. Nobody's going to be there. But they're actually holding towards the hallway right now for Team Armata with 2 guys at middle. Now XP3 makes his way towards this lumber. Oh, he's getting spammed through at the same time, and he's going to say, screw that, guys, and go. He heads back towards his B side, but meanwhile we got a trade happening towards middle, and all 4 of them drop simultaneously, and whoever was spamming, which was doomed through that smoke at the bottom of B, made his way back towards A, and got shot in the face by Fraud, and that was a great round and a great hold for that middle site for United 5.
United 5 takes the first lead of this game. They are looking strong. Their economy on the rebound, sporting 92, 56, 91, etc. The terrorist team, however, looking not as healthy. They could have bought a little light this round. They choose not to, trying to bide their time, set themselves up better for success. XP3 comes through, absolute madman, tearing people apart. Has 1 more to go and goes down at the last minute there. Warden could not save his teammate. He just went absolute freakazoid beast mode there and hulked everybody. He was in their faces. It was like they weren't even prepared. They had no idea how to deal with somebody who was that close to them.
Yeah, you saw him looking back left and right at the same time. I think it was just DM skills that came on for XP3. That was very good, though. Although it was a safe round for the terrorist team, he's not going to do that when they have guns.
Well, we've seen him do it before, but you know, you would think that Armata would catch on to that he's been pushing quite a bit here, and he's actually coming down again with Warden, and they finally get the smoke down to block him off here. But yeah, they should see or know that they were coming down because they saw all that spray coming through that smoke after them, and now they've actually moved towards more passive positions over at the terrace stairs. XP3 is actually still pushed up quite a bit here, and he's still being the aggressor. And because of this, they have the spot here. So you see they rotated 4 members from U5 back over to A, which I think is very smart. You see XP3 has these guys kind of held up over at the T stairs, so he's not giving many options to work with aside from working A. Very smart play by U5, and if he does go down, they should just be able to early rotate. As we see the push coming in through mid, Fraud takes 1 out, and there's an exchange. Chosen goes down. Warden actually backing off to CT spawn, so this means the archway side and mid has been giving up, and we see 1 CT has fallen back into the site. And that's actually going to be Storm looking for a kill, but he got flashed, and he's just going back to the site now. And our number 5-man Warden is going to be receiving Fugly, and they could decide either to continue on to B or go through CT spawn to B, excuse me. I should have said A first time. But it's going to be XP3 moving into the construction site. He's actually playing pretty sneaky right here. Good job. Romulus gets caught with his knife out, and actually Dink drops the bomb over at construction. That's going to delay the bomb plant a little bit, but it's not going to stop it. Storm is the last one alive, and he's actually getting flanked as we speak right now by the number 6-man Doom. He's going to pick up that kill. He needs to be careful and get somewhere safe as that flank is coming around. And he seems to know it's there now. That chicken would have given away his position if Foe King was paying attention. But 17 health, this is going to be one heck of a clutch for him if he can do it. Both men are hiding in very passive spots. One in the construction, both in the construction now. And he's going for the defuse, and he's just going to go for it. 2 seconds, he might get this.
Oh my god!
Oh!
You know, I don't pay enough attention, and maybe I'm just new, but the chickens don't do anything for me. I don't detect anybody through chickens unless it's obvious and the chicken is like squawking in my face.
I think on a map when I'm playing on Inferno, for instance, I think there's usually a chicken in the A hallway, and if I'm playing CT side on the balcony and I see a chicken run out, there's a very big chance that somebody's just around the corner.
It's time to start pre-firing.
Exactly.
The costumes might actually not give it away as much, because when they get startled, they like flap and stuff and like shake their feathers off. So
they're ghosts right now. You don't pay attention to them. They're invisible. But to get back with the action, though, they're actually trying to work up towards the middle with this terrorist team. Well, now that it's calmed down just a little bit, I want to say that it was a great round for Team Armata on that last round before, because as United 5 is doing the same strat that they've done in the past 3 gun rounds, I think Armata is catching up to this right now. Because as they go through that smoke, spamming 3 guys, and then when they try to work up towards... Okay, hold on. Okay, Lalone gets the headshot, and now they're gonna rush in. And at this point, this is what's good. That's what I'm saying. When they actually try to push up towards that middle about gun rounds before, and they actually got crossfired and totally didn't. Oh my god, that was sick by Warden. But when they that crossfire, okay, I'm just gonna talk and then I'm gonna do the color after. We're gonna have the action right now. Storm is actually rotating all the way back towards B right now. The bomb is on the back of Poking, as they haven't committed inside the site yet. Storm gets that shot onto Fugly, and Poking was actually stuck in playground. And finally, the bomb gets dropped. Doom's gonna be the last man standing on a 2 versus 1 situation. The bomb hasn't been planted, and Doom is gonna have to try to get this frag inside the fountain, but he's going to have to try to get it through smoke. But this crossfire is set up by Moses and Storm, which in my opinion should be easy for them to win right now, because they're playing the angles, they're playing behind the boxes as well. You've got Storm at New Box watching through the crack. You got Moses at the gate of the CT spawn for some cover as well. So at this point, Doom is, no pun intended, doomed. But yes. He actually spots the first one right now at New Box. He's actually going to jump up and maybe try to get the angle shot in. He's going to run towards the left, and here's that crossfire set up. He gets spotted. 6 seconds left on the clock. Should have played the time for Moses, but at least, luckily, he gets that kill. Now, let me just try to reiterate what I was trying to say. When these guys are trying to run up towards this middle for the terrorist team with guns, and they got crossfired and denied, I think they saw 3 guys at the top there. So that being said, they say, okay, they have XP3 push up towards the logs, and then they rotate back, so they know that they have a 4-man stack at the A site. That being said, when they had that kill up the front before towards the archway, then they said, okay, well, B's going to be open. There's only going to be XP3 there. So they converged towards B and got the bomb plant down. They did the same thing this time. They killed XP3. They said, okay, it's open for us. We're just going to rush into B. But at this time, it was actually United 5 that was more comfortable in the retake to win that round.
It is absolutely the case. I thought there was one more point to be made there, to the fact that that little error at the end could have been the undoing of Moses right there. That it so often happens to all of us at every level of play, where you just want to make that play at the end, your adrenaline's hopped up, and you're telling yourself, I'm going to get this kill, when you could be playing the bomb. I thought for a second for sure, because Doom had landed that first one, he was going to turn and get another one to clutch that round, and everyone was going to get all mad at Moses.
6 seconds left on the clock. I mean, you got to have some game sense to know that he wouldn't have enough time to pick up the bomb and go for a plant.
All right, we are at 8-5. For whatever outcome, Armata has to be pretty pleased with this half. At the worst, they could split 10-5. They'd be in position to still come back and win, though it would be, of course, difficult for them. That smoke cancels, negates entirely that fire. XP3 and Storm have brought down the entire assaulting spear point of that attack. The Banana Pushers 7-0. That's Fugly and Chosen now left befuddled, figuring out what to do next. Our entire strat just fell apart because we just got sprayed down through smoke. Chosen trying to fight his way back out of Banana will be pinched. Fraud here, sees the shadow, sprays through, brings down one, bomb carrier goes down, but that doesn't matter because Fugly has picked up the bomb. It's a 1-on-2. Fugly, however, cannot afford a single mistake. He's at 20 health, turns the corner, nobody at the arch. Now somebody's at the arch. We got XP3 over there thinking that somebody should be coming up through mid. He's got the timing a little bit wrong, but he's got the placement right, so he's in the right spot. And he sees Fugly. There's the shot, there's a one-tap, that's a beautiful kill. The first time in a long time that a Silence M4 has gotten a one-tap because somebody's at 20 health. You know, if you're at 9-5, you're Armata, obviously you're going to buy out. Clay, do you still feel all right trading U5 out 9-6 going into the half?
You know what? I don't know. I mean, I think this is kind of a little bit of a CT-sided map. That's my opinion. So, I mean, the split seems pretty decent, but I do know that U5, this is their favorite map, so I would still kind of be probably a little bit nervous. I definitely would want to win this round, though, to get that 9-6 split, and if you give it up, then you're going to be hurting for sure. So let's see what the terrorists are going to be doing here. Fraud on the defense in mid, and we're seeing that push in B once again, and I feel like this is one thing that Armata could have exploited to get more of an advantage in this game, but they don't seem to be doing so. They do get one kill, and Fraud is chasing through the smoke right here. He could come up big, picks up Romulus. Can he transfer it to Lalonde? He does not. Lalonde gets that kill, but Storm from behind. Oh my goodness. That flank so strong. Doom, the last one alive, and it's looking like it could go 10-6 here. Doom only 56 health against two full health members of U5 here.
That's 10-5.
Did I say 10-5? What did I say?
You said 10-6.
Oh, sorry. Oh, well. So Doom is coming up here. The bomb is down over by the archway. XP3 has the advantage there, and there's Storm picking up the kill, making it 10-5. That's going to be the end of the first half. U5 looking strong as always on Inferno.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
You guys are watching Sevo TV. I'm Cotton. My partner is Klops. With us today is Vansilli. This is U5 facing off against Armata, map 3 of the the round of 16 for the CompLexity 10th anniversary tournament. Now Vansilli has more important things to say, like.
No, I just wanted to recap on that last round before. I just got to say that it was a great trade from both teams on that last round. It all came down to Storm to be able to come through the archway. He played it aggressively to peek out. He got very lucky on the second kill as well, but he finished it off with a 3 kill. And as the pistol round is about to start, I just want to say that you're right, Clubs. They actually back it on as many rounds as they can on a CT side. That's why you see them playing so aggressively on the half before. And this is why things might change a bit now as they're going to take this the T side, because angles are all part of the CT side, and that's something that Armata could do as well. But getting 10 rounds is comfortable right now for the terrorist team of United 5 right now. All they need to do is win this pistol, and it seems as though it might be working because they're overtaking his B bomb site. We already got a quick rotation coming in by Foking as well, though, as XP3 is watching that fight from the behind at Mexican Pit, as I like to call it. He gets the headshot to Romulus, was hunted from behind at the same time. Foking gets the first kill onto Fraud as his bomb is hunted inside B site, and soon XP3 is going to get cornered. He gets the first frag, but he turns around and still gets a shot onto Doom, and that much needed pistol round here for United 5 might seal the deal here against Team Armata.
It certainly could. Climbing out of this hole, especially when you're facing a team as confident as U5 is going to be a tall task when you have to potentially surrender up to 2 more rounds. Now, they haven't gathered or garnered enough kills to think that they might be able to surprise by with the Vomits, and I doubt that they would anyway. So project the score out. It might be 13-5 by the end of this one, and it might be too far into this match to come back out of it. But Armata will try their darndest. They will, of course, be on an eco round this round, so it won't start just yet. 3 left side of A, 1 pushing through apartments, 2 stacking toward port side, 2 at B, holding back passive inside the site, cross-firing from CT and from back left. Storm sees 1. That's Doom, who stepped down the stairs, who met his Doom. Sprayed down, gun down at the bottom of the staircase. That's not the way you want to start for an eco round. You definitely wanted to try to surprise someone, but that aggressive play is warranted. If you're on an eco round, you got to try to make that desperation play. Foking and Romulus by themselves in A, isolated here. No more pushing. It's all about waiting. It's all about waiting, and we have this. I guess we call it a Geffen boost because the box, that box you could hide behind in 1.6 is now pressed up against the wall. So now this is the best alternative here. He's hiding there, waiting for someone to creep up underneath him. Unfortunately, if you take a look at your mini-map, it looks like the direction they're going to be approaching from is the part that he doesn't want to have. They're all coming from bridge side, or what used to be the bridge and library side. First engagement comes from the pit. Romulus tries to draw some attention, cannot save his teammate Foking. As we called out, he was doomed from the beginning. Warden picks up 2, leaving Fugly and Chosen to finish up. A shot here. Fails to, oh my lord, last bullet picks up Fraud. He can't pick up the gun, however, it's a little bit too far away from him, so that falls to not so much. Even if you could save that weapon for the next round, you couldn't reach it, and also it's not going to be terribly valuable to you. Number 7, Fugly, stuck. He's thinking, overthinking, is this P250 worth saving? Like, I don't know what to do with this thing. I'm just going to sit here and try to look 2 directions at once. Not advisable, but a unconventional corner. Hopefully he gets an angled kill here, but, we know better. We know through our X-ray vision that there's no one near.
He actually did buy armor this round with helmet, so I think he's going to want to try to stay alive as much as possible here, and so I think that's why he's playing a little bit more passive than usual. And, but yeah. Other than that, I just got to say, I think we've overused our Doom puns for the night, guys.
No, there's never enough puns.
All right, so it is going to be the 3rd round of the second half here. Armata still unable to buy. Even if they tried to do a surprise buy, it wouldn't be enough. They only 1 or 2 people broke 3K in cash right there, so it would have been a weak round if they had done that. So they are going to go with this full save once again. Looking at the map, XP3 rushes up Banana and actually gets pinned into this little corner here by incendiary grenade. And so that's going to stop the rush a little bit, and he smartly backs out towards CT spawn because he saw the threat coming. And now he's going to actually moving back towards it for the peak. He's playing risky here. Doom trying to get that kill, can't get it. And he goes down. That's going to leave B wide open for the team here. And we know this, that trying to retake B here against 5 terrorists is extremely difficult, even when, especially when you're wielding pistols here, as we see Moses taking 2 people down. And he's trying to go for that 3rd. Fugly and Foking are the last 2 alive, and they get sprayed down quickly. That's going to end that round, and that's going to make it 14-5, I believe.
Looks like 13-5.
We'll see when the freeze time hits. Yep,
there you go.
5. It gets me every time. I don't know.
I gotta say though that I found it interesting there for Armata, especially with Doom, the way that they played. They actually had that incendiary ammo being or should I say grenade being lobbed down towards Banana, but then they did the same strat as United 5 would do on the CT side, which was stack 4 guys at A with pistols. Maybe he thought by throwing that grenade that the guys would rotate back towards A, and that's why they would focus there, but that re-peek, I think that's why he actually re-peeked towards that B. If he saw nobody there, he would be able to rotate all the way around towards A, but at the same time as he got picked off, there was nothing that the counter-terrorist team could have done on that retake for that B side. Nonetheless, like you guys said, 13-5 is our score. A nice smoke coming in, though, from the CT side, because actually they were just about to get ready to push up towards the middle here for Team United 5. That being said, they're still going to try to go for it with a few flashes and smokes being lobbed up, but nobody's going to get picked off as of yet. They're going to try to wrap around towards the archway as well, and they're going to hunt him down. They catch him with a nade in hand, but they don't damage him right now. It's XP3 that we're following so far. He's making his way all the way towards the top, and he spots him. They send a crossfire until alone, which is also known as Chosen. Turns around, gets the headshot onto Doom, who rotates from the library. So we have a 5-on-3 situation right now. They're pinching into this B bomb site. Romulus gets killed at Archway. Meanwhile, Fugly's trying to hold this site at B. He gets the first kill, puts Fraud down at 27 HP, but Moses runs in to beat the meat shield and gets the kill into Fugly. At this point, Foking looks like he's going to be in a part where he's going to try to go for it, but he loves a grenade and gives away his position. Now it's a 3 versus 1. Or should I say a 4 versus 1 At this point, he's going to try to save... Okay, it's smart. He's going to go back towards T-spawn to try to save it, because actually XP3 is making his way down, but XP3 is still hunting him here. He's going to see him cross up that bridge. It's going to be a 1 versus 1 there. He gets the best out of him, but at this point, I think it's going to be a little bit too late now for the terrorist team to try to go on the hunt. So Fokin should be able to save his gun, but it's going to be in a tie point right now for Team United 5 as the bomb will go off.
Here, going forward, we're going to see a lot more...
Oh my goodness!
Wow, Foking. Here going forward, we may see a bunch more suicidal play, a much more aggressive style of play for Armata because they're now pushed up against the wall, and from here to the end of this tournament, they are not tournament, this best of 3, they are going to have to make the big plays. They don't have a choice. There's nothing after this. After this is going home and losing out on the opportunity for getting a piece of that $10,000 prize. So let's get ready. We're going to see some big plays here, or at least some attempts at some big plays, which could be just as spectacular, considering how those can either fail or look awesome on camera. 5 pushing toward A. That's all of you 5 committing to this site. Foking and Romulus both in the pit. Here comes Foking, really needed to get that kill. That nade might do the trick, but that incendiary or that molly will push him out. 1 trade there. Romulus will bring down XP3. Then Doom will bring down Warden. 2-2 trade thus far. Fraud badly wounded. Fugly, Doom, and Chosen. Lalonde will have to come in together to do this job. It's entirely possible if they're smart about it. They know that Fraud is weak if they communicate the fact to their teammates. They know the standard hiding spots here. It's all about making that execution play. Fraud, head exposed. He goes down. Next one in the site is going to be hidden. Storm comes up, blasts his teammate. The report is out. All CP should know exactly where they are. There's the cleanup. It's 15-5. We've moved past the tie point, and Clay, we're on the match point.
Yes, we are. That was a close round. I thought Armata was looking like they were going to take it, but the communication from U5 was just too much. They had good angles right there and worked together to line the CTs up as they were trying to retake and get the kills while they were shooting at one or the other in that sense. So yeah, they're going to have to do another micro buy and try to get in this. You know, they did it last round and it almost paid off for them. Of course, it's the last round, so they're going to do that. And it looks like U5 is just going to do a heavy presence towards B for the most part. Well, it looked that way, and now they're actually stalling it up. Actually, two more members following Warden up to Banana. And Armata actually only left 1 member in the site, and that's going to be Chosen. So he's going to be defending all by himself, 1 man in the CT spawn at Speedway. He should be able to rotate quickly, and you do see he's already making his way over there, as there is no heavy presence over at A. And look at this, Doom gets picked up by XP3. Not quite sure what he was doing there on this important round. When you're outgunned, you need to play it more passive. But
trying to make the big play.
Yeah. Trying to get aggressive, and there's XP3 gets punished, and Moses and Warden get a kill. They secure B, and so the rotates need to come from Foking and Romulus. Fraud looks like he's going to be hanging back, playing, looking towards the Banana position. Actually, just gets into the site, a more safer spot. He's only at 10 health. So this retake, very important. It's unfortunate that they're coming from the same shooting lane, and this is most likely going to be trouble for Armata. Romulus and Foking.
Trouble.
Stormy getting a kill there. Foking picks up 1, 2 left. That's Fraud. He's so low on health, so it's a 1v1 scenario. He's going for the defuse. If he stays on it, he's got it.
Oh, he's got it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Did he get it? He got it.
He got it, yeah.
Wow. Storm hanging out in construction just a little bit too long, throwing flashes over. Oh man, that's a gamble, and look at that. It paid off for Armata right there.
Not only a clutch defuse, also a musical cameo.
Yeah. But at least the terrorist team are going to be in a situation where they're going to be able to buy again, but I don't know. Hopefully that's not going to be the demise right now for this United 5 team. I hope the morale stays up. Also, to not be a dick, I just hope they win this game because I think Mousepaz and Dynamo is about to go live soon as Mousepaz won against the old school 1.6 Deborn Irokanji A2Z team. As looking at the action so far, let's focus on this right now, though. It seems though United 5 are going to focus on the trade towards middle again. With the bomb hanging out here towards this hallway, they're probably going to try to wrap around maybe 3 guys and then 1 guy towards fast lane. As you can see, that smoke happens towards that right first indeed. So they're going to try to wrap 3 guys around 1 guy holding towards Boiler, and then they're going to converge towards this A site. But nobody's is spotting right now for this counter-terrorist team, but finally they spot one inside the library. It is going to be Fugly. We got a trade that happens right now. They both get dropped down by Fraud, though, as Lalone was able to take down 2 of his own. So a 3-on-3 situation so far, as Romulus holds hot right now inside the A site, gets that first frag. But they, inside the pit, actually. And Fraud's gonna try to look inside the site. Spot Doom gets picked off. XP3 stays alive. He's gonna have to try to clutch a 2 versus 1 right now as he gets the first kill into Doom. He knows at least one's inside the pit, and also the bomb is down in there. So he has to get that kill onto Romulus to try to pick up the bomb. At the same time, Walking is making his way towards the hallway to try to have a double peek against XP3, who's actually creeping up. Oh, there you go, he sees him, he digs him as well. There's that double peek, and finally, Foking gets the frag. And again, the counter-terrorist team of Armata stays alive for another round.
Now, as casters, we got to tell you, we're doing like Russian roulette here. Who's got to do the final round? Who's got to go hard and scream that last round where we don't want to? It's 15-7. U5 is on the verge. They're so close. They need to move on, and they just need to put this one away. They've got this. They've got the buying power to do it this round. They've got their AKs, their nades, but so do their opponents. U5, Armata, who've strung together a couple rounds now, are able to buy at least the tool that they need to slow down some T's here. A couple of smokes and flashes where they didn't have those before. All T's up alternate this far. They will be challenging A, Chosen and Doom rotating back toward A to support their teammates. This will turn into a 4-man stack. If Doom is playing the swing position, as we've seen commonly from the Speedway, he can be a fast rotator toward actually both sides, to be honest with you, but A, in this particular instance, flashes over the top, and we have our first kills, trades already. This is the final round if we can get these kills. If you're a U5 fan, this is the beginning of the comeback. If you're an Armata fan, 1 in the pit, XP3 takes him out, gets traded by Fugly. Storm over the top, goes Batman style, finally get that kill. This is a 3-2 looking favorable for U5 to wrap this up. Foking and Doom now have to do what could be impossible. They must approach the site while not getting naded. Actually, they've taken a little bit of flak damage, still in decent enough shape as they approach. Moses steps through the crease, sees Doom, brings him down. Foking the last, he'll be the last one to fight off. He's a 1-on-3, and he's got to do this with 21 health. He'll turn, end this game 16-7. U5 advances to the round of 8 after 3 grueling maps. God, that was good.
Yeah, that was very close games all around. Well, I think actually U5 probably dominated a little bit more on Dust 2, but this one was close as well. And I mean, you saw U5 showing that it's their favorite map, you know, coming out strong on the CT side and then continuing going in the T side as well.
Yeah, I think one thing that they can learn out of that is that they have plenty of practice on cache to